soft, pause. My eyes crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Off the mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raining and grain, rekindling the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, in paradise. We know our purpose. In paradise, in paradise. We know what our worth is. In paradise, in paradise. We manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and guess what it is? Show number 600 today. Show 600. That's a lot of shows. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shows. So I want to thank everybody who's been a part of it, my sponsors, people who have given us support. I appreciate all you guys that have given your opinions and all that. So because we could not have gotten everything done without your support. So I appreciate that much from you guys and all your help, and for all those, and y'all know who I'm talking about. And we could not have done this without you and without your support. Today we're coming to you from a new location. Everybody asks me, where do you get your hair done? And this is where I get it done. Achemy, Mink, Virgin Hair and Boutique. And it's one of my favorite places. Jasmine, she does a fantastic job. Jasmine Witten, 405-436-5661, or to book an appointment, it's right here on the screen, www.jasminegarrett/booksy.com. So if you want to go in and you want to book your appointment for whatever you need, whether that's extensions, or whether that's the hair with a wig or whatever, because my guy, Mark Long's wife, Maya, comes in here and she gets all of her stuff here from Jasmine, and she does a great job. You know, she does a great job on my hair, so I get quite a few compliments about my hair. And so here, Jasmine Witten. And the location is 10709 North Rockwell, Suite D in Oklahoma City. So, hey, come on by. I would say that it's a great place. You cannot help this lady to come in once, you'll come back. I promise you. It's a fantastic place. She's very good at what she does, and I appreciate it. And, of course, this is brought to you by YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to be here today to support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you go to one of their 5 locations, the main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB East, which is off the Parkway, and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks, and I-40, just south of I-40. Cannot miss it, right in front of the hospital. And then there's a new hotel there. You cannot miss it. So right there. And then, of course, YNB Peoples located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And you know what's crazy, guys, is that, we have been off. We missed a couple of days in a row. And the crazy part is that I missed Friday because we had the MAYB girls, and I said that we weren't going to be on because we had the MAYB girls, and I was there all day working with that, getting that done, making sure the national tournament was done well as far as we could do there at Santa Fe. And then Monday, this is kind of embarrassing, guys. This is kind of embarrassing. So I had got a bunch of stuff for Ace, my dog. And so I had the stuff in the trunk. Well, I grabbed the stuff out, and I thought I had shut my trunk, but in my trunk, and you have to slam it. Or shut it. You have to close it all the way. If you just think that you push it down and it's going to close, it does not. So I ended up, I didn't even pay attention. I just went out, grabbed my stuff and just grabbed his stuff and my stuff and just went on into the house. Next morning, I come out, didn't even know it rained. Left my trunk open. All my equipment got soaked. My mixer, all my stuff got soaked. I'm like, oh, and so I can tell you some, guys. Get a warranty. Get insurance on your equipment because if something goes wrong, you have a chance to get new equipment. So I had to turn that in on Monday because I tried to see if it would dry out. It didn't. And then they ordered me new equipment, which I got yesterday evening. So that's why we missed Monday and Tuesday. But, the fact that, I mean, I'm like, well, why is my equipment in the car? Why did I not, as soon as I got done with the show, after being in Yukon with YMB on Thursday, just take it in the house? What are you doing? Why are you leaving it in the car? Why are you leaving it in the trunk? I mean, just little stuff like knowing that I wasn't going to do it, and I paid the price dearly. Unfortunately, I still had insurance, so that saved me being able to get some insurance. So that really, really helped. So, my hats off to that, them convincing me to go ahead and get insurance because I'm like, what the hell do I need insurance for? But get insurance on your equipment because you never know what's going to happen with that. So, that being said, okay, and some Thunder news. This is what great. The 2026 draft. And I saw this today and I was like, what in the world? How? I mean, it's like these trades and what we did with Paul George, Chris Paul, Horford, the gifts to just keep giving. Okay? Especially Clippers. The Al Horford trade, this is what we have next year. We have the ability to get in the lottery because we have the Clippers and the Rockets top four protected. Of course, the Rockets for sure, they're not going to be anywhere near that. Okay, the Clippers are the Clippers. So like my Drew and always said, Mets, Jets, Clippers, because those three franchises are just. I don't know if they're. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what the deal is with them. I don't know if they're snake bitten or what. But those three franchises seem to always do something really, really stupid. Whatever that is, I don't really understand what happens. But those franchises are snake bitten or something because something's always bad. So the possibility of us getting the Clippers pick is far greater outside the top four, of course, than it is them getting it. The 76ers, top four, I believe that we have a very good chance of getting their pick if it's outside the top four, protected. Simply because the 76ers, who knows if Embiid's going to play, if he's not going to play, what's going to happen with it? We have no idea because, Embiid hasn't been healthy. We know that he's not going to be. So I'm not sure what the situation is going to be with that, but we have a chance to get that. And then the Jazz is top eight protected, and that's a little bit harder of a pick to get top eight. Okay, so when I look at this, I'm thinking, okay, Jazz top eight, probably not. That's why I have that asterisk. Probably that's a far fetch because the Jazz, they're going to be. I don't know how well they're going to be, but the way that they're trading, doing things, and plus they're in the West. Unfortunately for them, they're in a division. Unfortunately for them, so I just don't see them doing anything that's going to help us at all. I doubt if they're going to fall out of the top eight. I just don't. 76ers, we have a chance for us to get the fifth, sixth, or fifth beyond that. So their top four is protected. Rockets, I don't think we have a chance at theirs. I really don't. I think they're going to be strong and they're going to be battling us for supremacy in the West. That's just my thought. But I said that last year with the Rockets, and everybody told me I was crazy. I'm like, man, you got a good coach, and coaching matters. It just does. It just does. And then, of course, the Clippers, once again, are the Clippers, so we do have a chance to get their pick. Now, what does that basically mean for us? Because when you look at the Thunder and you look at what we have and you look at do we have room? Do we have room? Hell yeah, we got room. What you mean? Yeah. I mean, if you're a top, if you just think for this for a second, with those picks, you could get the fifth and sixth pick if everything falls correctly out of the top four between the 76ers and Clippers. You get the fifth and sixth pick, okay, in the draft. And you're not going to take that? We still have needs because Sorber is definitely probably going to be iHeart's replacement. That's kind of how I look at that. He's definitely going to probably be iHeart's replacement. So, but that's in a couple years. So that's what that is to me. And remember, this coming year, After this coming year, we'll have the decision on team option on whether we want to keep Ihart or not. Okay, that's our option on that. Do we want to keep him? Excuse me, or not? So that's the Thunder option that we have on that. And I do believe that we're probably going to. Depends on what happens. If we go back to back, you got to keep him. You're not going to. Well, it actually depends on Sorber too. But I'm just like, dude, you go back to back championships. Do you mess that up? No, you go ahead and you reload and you see it again. Because remember, you're still going to have SGA, you're still going to have Chet, you're still going to have J-Dub, you're still going to have Dort, you're still going to have Queso, you're still going to have Caruso. Okay, you're still going to have all of that. So you're still going to have your top eight plus Topic. So you're still going to have all these guys, and all you do is reload. Plus, what is Sorber going to give us? Okay? What is A.J. Mitchell going to give us? What is all those things? Those are options that we have. That's the luxury of what we got. That also gives you the ability to trade if you need to at the deadline. Because I still believe between Wiggins and K. Rich, that's a nice core of that eight. But we need a 6'9", 6'10" guy that is K. Rich and that is Wiggins. Plus, we need an Isaiah Joe replacement. And I'm a huge fan of Isaiah Joe. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that he's terrible or anything. I love Isaiah Joe. But the problem is, as you saw in the playoffs, he's not effective to us because he's not giving us anything defensively, and they're going to attack him. Now, during the year, yeah, it's a little bit different during the season than it's the playoffs because the playoffs, one game. Put it like this. You lose game one against Denver, it costs you 7 games. You lose one against Indianapolis or the Indiana Pacers, you go 7 games. You win those games, you're done in 5. Both of those teams are done in 5, I believe. There's no 7 games, you're done in 5. So that's kind of how I look at it, but I mean, it could be different, but I just think that those games are over with and they're done in 5. I just don't think that either one of those teams will be able to keep up with us and that we were going to be able to handle our business. That's just me, okay? Because looking at our team, looking at what we are, looking at who we are, looking at what we offer, I don't think there's a question on that, okay? I really don't. I just don't think anybody can beat us when it comes to that sort of thing. So the Thunder are sitting here beautiful. And if these picks, you get the 5th and 6th pick, you can really find your shooter. You can find your big who's athletic who can replace those guys. That's what you can do. Or if you do it at the deadline, and we happen to find, like we wanted Cam Johnson last year, which I still think the Nets, there's a reason why they're the Nets. You had a chance to really do something, you didn't. You wanted too much, and you got nothing for Cam Johnson. You got nothing. Michael Porter Jr., which is an expired contract, which really doesn't give you anything. And you got to pick, 5 years from now, 7 years from now, whatever, something stupid, instead of what you could have had. But you got greedy, and you thought you had us over the barrel, and nobody keeps Sam Presti over the barrel. It's not happening. Sorry. That's the reason why him and R.C. Buford are the two best, to me, are the two best GMs. Oh, also the Minnesota Timberwolves. I love their GM, too. Are the best GMs in the NBA, to me. Okay? And everybody talks about Nico, the GM of the Mavericks. He got lucky. I'm going to say they got blessed. Let's not call it, let's just call it blessed. They got blessed by being able to get Cooper Flag and giving up Luka and getting that. You got a younger player who's got tons of upside, who's going to fit into your system, who's a young and upcoming superstar possibly. That's what you have in this guy. And for Luka, the best thing for Luka is for him to be traded. Because, look at him. You seen what he looks like? He's in shape. He's lost weight. He's physically stronger. He reminds me of what he was when he came into the league. Until he got to the point where it's like, I don't know how to do anything. I just, I'm a perennial. I'm one of the top 2 players in the league. I'm perennial All-NBA, 5-time player. Every year I'm in the All-NBA. But you got to still work at it. And I think the best thing in the world that happened to him was the Dallas trade, because the Dallas trade doesn't have, if he doesn't get traded to the Lakers, I wonder what Luka truly would be. Okay? I wonder if He would just be lost in, well, I can just play myself in shape. I can do whatever I want. It's no big deal. Which I believe that's what would happen to him. But instead, he gets traded. LeBron's like, man, you got to work out. This is how you own longevity. You got to take care of your body. You're making all this money. You just got a new contract signed. I mean, bro. And this is the funny part. People are griping about LeBron and Bronny not being there. Well, how the hell do they know? I mean, I've got a trip planned to Saint Tropez or wherever they were on their yacht. That's already planned. You know, I'm overseas somewhere. I'm in the Caribbean or I'm in the Mediterranean. I'm not in the United States. I'm out of here. I just want to go hang out with my family and enjoy myself. I'm sorry that you guys decided to sign Luca while I was gone. Okay, I'll give you a video message. I'll call him, whatever. But for people to make a big deal of it, I'm like, guys, that's just like you being at work. And you have to book your vacation out in advance. And then something happens where somebody gets hired or the CEO gets fired, whatever, while you're out of town, while you're on vacation with your family. What are you going to do? Cut your vacation to come back? No, you're not going to do that. You're just going to say, hey, let me Zoom, whatever, and I'll give you some love and say, hey, congratulations, I'm glad for you. So to me, people are always trying to make up some stuff. I mean, bro, and nobody cared anyway. LeBron is the past for the Lakers. He's not the future. He is the past. His control over what happens with the Lakers, that's gone once the new owners came in. To them, you're just a player, just like you were to Pat Riley. We're not going to give up the franchise for you like what happened with the Cavs, and then with the Lakers. Thank you, by the way, LeBron, for getting rid of Alex Caruso. Thank you. Thank you. You broke up a team because you're arrogant and because you assumed that you're going to bring in Russell Westbrook and you're going to bring in Carmelo. Those guys are old and can't play. That's exactly what you did. And then you want to take blame. Oh, I'm not the GM. Yes, you are. Now you're not. And then people talk about him, there's $50 million. He's not going to throw 50. Nobody's paying him $50 million but the Lakers. So what? He spends one more year here. So what? He still is LeBron, and he still has done his thing. But you're not getting a statue in LA. You're going to get your statue in Cleveland, maybe, or they should give you one. Or if they haven't already, you should get one. 100%. You brought them a championship there. Did you give the Lakers a championship? Yeah, but you're not Jerry West. You're not Shaq. You're not Kobe. And you for sure ain't Magic. And you for sure ain't the big fella, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. None of those guys. Those guys are the ones who get the statues. You're not coming to LA. This not it's not Oklahoma City. They're not gonna get just well you're here to give you a statue. That's not how it works. And I've said this before. The only person that would deserve a statue in Oklahoma City is SGA. Because KD is our best player, 100%, who's the best athlete, whatever, player, however you want to put it. He's the best, but he didn't bring us a championship. Russell is not in the top anything, but he brought us a championship. Okay? But Oklahoma City, if they're going to give one, they probably give one to Russell for whatever nonsense, which is a joke. The only one who deserves something, if you brought me a championship, you deserve a statue. You brought us a championship not because you stayed and nobody wanted you, which is what happened. So you don't deserve a statue. The only person that would deserve one, hey, see you guys later. And I'll put your chair back over there when I'm done. I'll put it back over there. The only one that deserves one is SGA to me. Because he's the one that brought us a chip. KD didn't bring us one, so you don't get one. Russell didn't bring one, you don't get one. The only one is because if SJ's when his contract's up, he'll be here 10 years. You look at the record, you look at what we've done, you look at what he's accomplished. Yeah, he deserves a statue because he is the best Thunder player. But he's not the best, most talented. The most talented player, that's the best way to put it. Most talented is KD. The best Thunder player was SJ because he brought us a chip. At least one, maybe two. So he gets a statue. Nobody, the rest of them, yeah, y'all don't get statue. You didn't bring us anything. You got to the finals and you didn't do anything. Now KD has done something since when he was with Golden State. He went to the best team and was the best player on the best team. Somebody was arguing with me like that. I said, man, there's no argument. KD went to the Warriors, who were the best team, and he was the best player on the best team. Because as I try to explain to people, when basketball, you know somebody's better than you. You know if somebody's better than you. There's no trying to hide it. There's no acting like this. No, you know if somebody's better than you. You just do. Because there's nowhere to hide. It's only 5 players. It's only 10 players, 5 from each team out on the court. They will be exposed. That's what happened to Isaiah Joe. That's what T.J. McConnell exposed Kaysen. That was a bad matchup for us. They exposed him. Every time he got on the floor, he knew he could beat him, and he did. He took advantage of it. And then Dort said, here's the torture chamber. Welcome to it. And that's the end of you doing anything from that point on. And which, of course, leads me into the power rankings. And where do the Thunder belong in this power rankings? And because someone was asking me, I said, well where the Thunder belong? I said, well, the Thunder are number one. And have been in the top 2 to 3 the last 2 to 3 years. And when you look at this, who to me are the contenders to the Thunder? Who do we have to worry about that could come and dethrone us, or who can come in and try to do something to us to change what we're doing, okay? So to me, it's the Rockets because we're a horrible matchup for them, and SJ does not play that well against them. He struggles against them because of their length and because of what they do, which is what the Mavericks, has done the same thing, okay? So the Rockets are number 2 to me. The Nuggets are number 3. Now, the Nuggets are strong, but the Nuggets, I don't fear the Nuggets. I believe we'd have beat the Nuggets in 5 had we not given them a game. That's what I believe. Do I believe they'd have beat us in Game 7 had Gordon not got hurt? I think it would have been tough. It's just like I feel like if Hallie hadn't got hurt, I think it would have went. We still won the game. It would have been tougher. It would have been closer, 100%. But I don't fear the Nuggets. I just don't. Not in a 7-game series. I don't fear them because I know they don't have an answer for SGA. They don't. Now you go get Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown did stop him 2 years ago or 3 years ago. So what's the difference now? There's no difference. Y'all not stopping him. So the Nuggets do not fear me. Do not put any sort of fear in me at all. The Rockets, however, they do. So I fear the Rockets. I do not fear the Nuggets. The Cavaliers don't. They don't strike me. They don't scare me either. I think the Cavs are tough. I think they have a great team. I think they have a lot to offer. I think they have players, but they just don't. When I think Cavaliers, I go, ooh, I'm shaking my boots. No, I don't. And I think if we'd played them in the finals this year, we beat them. But we beat the team that beat them. And like I said, it doesn't go 7 if we don't give them the game 1. Okay? The T-Wolves. The T-Wolves, guys are like, why are they there? Simple. The T-Wolves did what they needed to do to get the back-to-back championships. What the hell are you talking about? I mean, to me, that's where it all stands right there. So I don't get the to me I don't get the issue with it because of the simple fact that they've been back-to-back finals. That's got to mean something, doesn't it? That's got to say something, doesn't it? That has to say, well, at least these guys are there to me. That's what that says to me. So you kind of got to give them some love. I don't fear them because I don't think that. I mean, Nas scares me, but not in the playoffs. During the season, yes. In the playoffs, he doesn't really scare me. I don't think they match up well with us. I just don't. That's what I'm saying. The Nuggets don't really match. They have Jokic, but for the most part, they don't really match up with us. They just don't. The Rockets, however, do. The Cavaliers don't. So that's why I say that the Rockets scare me. The Nuggets don't scare me. The Cavs don't scare me. The T-Wolves don't scare me. They just don't. They don't match up well with us. We match up well against them, but they don't match up. Randy. Yes, they do have waters. But anyway, the T Wolves just don't scare me. They really don't. Uh, uh, I'm just like I said, Rockets yes, Nuggets no, Cavs no, T Wolves no. So any of these teams other than the Cavaliers, if we meet in the playoffs, well, I'm saying any of these teams, Nuggets, Cavs, Wolves. If we meet the Nuggets or the T Wolves in the Western Conference, I think we beat both of those. I just don't see any issue with that, and that's just how I look at it. Uh, I just I just don't. I really don't. I don't see any issues with that whatsoever. The Knicks, they don't scare me either. They don't scare me either because sport, it's about matchups. Do you match up with the other team? Whether that's football, whether that's baseball, whether that's basketball, it doesn't matter. It's the team that you play against. Do you match up well with them? When you look at the Rockets did not match up well with the Warriors. They didn't. They didn't match up well with them. And so that's why they get me. So, it's about who you match up with, who you play in the playoffs, and when you're playing. My coach always said, Dave Smith, the late, great Dave Smith, owner of Midwest Trophy, he always says, it doesn't matter who you play, you got to play them sometime. But always remember, make sure they do what you want them to do, not what they want you to do. So if you're doing what you do, you execute what your game plan is and what you do well. That's going to take care of what the other team does and what the other team wants. That's just plain and simple. That's just how it works. So when I look at the Knicks, I don't worry with them. They don't match up with us. We match up with them, but they don't match up with us. Seventh, the Mavs scare the hell out of me. They just do. The Mavs scare me because of the simple fact that they've got players. They're like us. They're big and physical inside with Gafford, Longley, and then of course they have AD. So they beat us when it comes to inside presence. They do. Wing players, they've got wing players, but nobody has as good a wing players as we do between Caruso, Kayson, Queso, and Dort. Nobody has that. So that's that's the advantage us. So inside advantage Mavericks, the perimeter advantage Thunder, and then best players, advantage SGA over Kyrie. Now a young Kyrie would worry me a lot more than the older Kyrie. It just does. But at the same point, this Kyrie is still a beast, and when he comes back from injury, I'm sure he's going to be just as good. But advantage Thunder, SGA over Kyrie. Advantage Mavericks, inside presence with Lively, Gafford, and AD over Chet and Ihart and J. Will. So that's what that is, and even Sorber because he hasn't played. But those three over those three, 100%, they have the advantage there. The wing players, their wing players compared to our wing players is not. Yeah, that's not. With Christie in that group, that's just not. And Marshall, that's not. That doesn't match ours between Caruso, Queso, and Dort. Those are the three best ring perimeter defenders in the league, in my estimation, in my humble opinion. Now, am I prejudiced? 100%. I ain't gonna lie and say I'm not. You're damn right I'm prejudiced when it comes to our lineup versus anybody else's. I will put it to the test. Magic. This, however, is a tougher one because the Magic, they've got talent, and then with the upgrade and what they got in Bain, I think they're going to be formidable. But of course, they're in the East, not here in the West. So I really don't worry about them as much, and because we'd be meeting them in the NBA Finals. And if you'll notice over here, I have 7 Western Conference teams and 3 Eastern Conference teams. I have the Cavs, and I have the Magic, and wait a minute, I only have that gives me only have the Knicks. So I have the Cavs, the Knicks, and the Magic. So 4 out of 8. So they are in 3 of 5 spots. Okay, as they should. 3 out of 4, 3 out of 5. What 1, 2? Yeah, 3 out of 5 spots. But the Magic don't. They can't. They make me they make me a little nervous, a little apprehensive. They don't scare me, if that makes sense. They don't scare me. They make me a little apprehensive. So I'm really not worried about them. But yeah, that worries me a little bit. And then, of course, the Lakers, they scare the hell out of me because of the simple fact we don't match up with them. Now, we do when it comes to the big three of what we did, which is part of why Dallas did what they did, and getting rid of Luca and adding what they added. And that's one simple thing. That was in a direct move to what the Thunder did when we added Caruso and iHeart. So they said, okay, they've got an answer for Luca, so how do we do something that's going to match that? So that's what happened with that, okay? But like I said, the Lakers scared the hell out of me because of the simple fact that we have something for Luca, but LeBron, there's really no answer for him. He is just, he's 6'9", he's 250, 60, whatever the hell he is. He's athletic as hell, and as I've always said, he is the best all-around player, and he took Magic Johnson's spot from that. That's how I look at him. That's how I say this is who LeBron is. LeBron is a better Magic. He's a more athletic Magic. That's how I put him. You know, but as far as court vision, LeBron does not see the floor like Magic. Nobody sees the floor like Magic. Yeah, just he's unbelievable what he's done and what he can do. Three-quarter court bounce pass. Luka could probably do that, but Magic just is just different. So anyway, the Lakers scare me. Okay, they worry me. I'm glad we didn't have to meet them this year. And if we did, like I said, I wanted to meet them in the finals. I did not want to meet them before that, simply because of who they are, what we match up against them. It just makes me nervous going against them. So that part made me a little nervous when it comes to that. So that's my take on that. And then of course the Warriors, they don't scare me because they don't match up with us. Nobody matches up with Steph. I don't give a shit who it is, what they say. Nobody matches up with him. But for the most part, they don't match up with us. So to me, the only teams I really worry about, the Rockets match up with us, the Mavs match up with us, the Lakers match up with us of these 10 teams. Okay? Or of these 9 teams, because we're one of the 9, one of the 10. So the Rockets make me nervous, the Lakers make me nervous, and the Mavs make me nervous. The rest of them, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to. Like I said, I'll pay attention to the Magic, but the Lakers and those are teams that worry me the most when I talk about and think about what it is that we have to offer. So we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back with our top 10 players in the NBA when we get back from this break real quick so we can thank our sponsors. I want to thank SRB. If you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit my guy Mark Long up. Those guys, they'll take care of you. If you have needs for a water treatment plant in your city, or you have a need, or you have a water treatment plant in your city or county, hit those guys up. They will make sure that you have clean drinking water. And then, of course, Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit my guy up. He'll make sure that you have everything you need. They'll take care of you. I think he's out doing a job right now, sitting out there in the hot sun, collecting dirt and moving it from place to place. So hit those guys up over at Oak Grove Trucking, my guy, Jose Fierro. And then, of course, YNB. Family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. Proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. By the way, we are here at Achemy Mink, and that's Virgin Hair and Boutique. And if this is where we are today, and it's because of YNB. So we want to thank those guys for hooking us up. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com, or going to one of the 5 locations. The main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66, 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks, just south of I-40. You cannot miss it. Great place. And, of course, YNB People's located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, last but not least, the House of Creed, handcrafted since 1760. Guys, if you haven't gone in and smelled this cologne, you're missing out. And their perfume, you're missing out. It is so good. And the thing I like about it is that they have so many different kinds. It's not like it's not like where you get Tom Ford or something. They have a couple. They have 6 or 7 different kinds of cologne, and they're all good. It depends on what you like. I know I've got 3 of them, I think, that I have, or 4 of them I have, and they are just, man, oh, it's good. Now I only wear my good stuff when I'm going out to do something really nice, but for the most part, I don't really wear it that much. Yeah, Ventus, but it's good. And then remember, if you got a girlfriend or you got a guy, whatever, as they always tell me, Matt, remember, pick the best for your best. You can go into any of the Creed counters, the locations at Penn Square Mall, ask for my girl Beth. They're at Dillard's, and the men's department is on the east end. The women's department is on the west end. Go in there and tell them Matt Clark sent you and get you some free samples and get hooked up. Woodland Hills Mall in Tulsa, we're going to make a trip to Tulsa at some point and do a show there at the Woodland Hills Mall there in T-Town. Town East Mall in Wichita, Oak Park Mall in Overland Park, and that's Kansas, not Missouri. Learn that for a lesson. Park Plaza Mall in Little Rock, and of course, South Plains Mall in Lubbock, Texas. And then a place I still need to go is Amarillo at Westgate Mall. I still haven't been there. I need to go there. And then, of course, today we are here at Achemy Mink, Virgin Hair and Boutique, located 10709 North Rockwell, Suite D, between, this is Britton Road, I believe. Hey, Jazz, that's Britton Road, right? Is that Britton or Hefner? Okay, so it's Hefner and Rockwell. I couldn't remember which one that was, but just south of Hefner, right here on Rockwell. And if you want to book appointments, you can go to Jasmine Garrett /booksy.com or .booksy.com to book an appointment, or you can call them 405-436-5661. So you can do that, or you can go to Facebook and look up Jasmine Garrett-Witten or Alchemy Mink Virgin Hair and Boutique. So you get that up anyway, and go in there. You get information. If you need a wig or if you need some extensions or whatever, braids, which is what I do, or dreads, whatever you need, she can hook you up. And I promise you, she takes very good care because y'all know me, I'm bougie as fuck. I mean, bougie, did I say F word? I didn't say that out loud. Did I say that out loud? Y'all didn't hear me say that. They didn't hear me say that. Huh? Okay. I can't believe I just said that. Wait, I shouldn't do that. So let me slap my hand. Bad boy. She can't talk, can't curse on air because you never know what little kid is listening. So you got to be careful with your mouth. Agreed. Those two ain't paying no attention to me though. One of them was watching I Hate Chris, and the other one's getting her hair. She's getting her hair done, so they ain't paying no attention to what I'm saying over there. They don't care. So anyway, now back to the question. I did a top 10 NBA players, okay? And the reason why I did that is because I really wanted to do a thing that says, okay, who are the top 10 players? Who do I look at as a top 10, okay? And this is mine. You can have your own. If you don't like it or whatever, you can comment however you want to do it. But my question of the day, do you agree with this top 10 NBA players? Okay? I've got Jokic as number 1. And people are like, well, SGA, now Jokic is the best player. SGA is 1 and 1A, however you want to look at it, but Jokic is the best player. SGA number 2. I'm going to take Giannis as 3. Ant-Man is 4 for now. Luka is 5. And people are like, well, Luka beat Ant-Man. Yes, he did. That was 3 years ago. That ain't now. Luka ain't nowhere to been found last year. So I got Ant-Man as 4. Luka is 5. These are my picks. And then, of course, 6 through 10, I've got Wemby, KD, Steph, LeBron, and Kawhi. And sorry, YB Waters, Randy is not in the mix, bro. I'm sorry that I don't have YB Waters in the list. I'm sorry I don't have him in there. I know I'm going to hear something about that, but oh well, I don't have him in there. We'll laugh about that. So anyway, I don't have that in there. But anyway, I've got Ant-Man 5 or Ant-Man 4, Luka 5. Those two, to me, those are your top 5 right now. I don't know how you argue that. I mean, you just don't. And then Wimby, I think, is just going. If he can stay healthy, he's a unicorn. He is what a unicorn is. He can handle the ball, block shots, shoots the three, get to the basket, play up in the lane. He's got all the skills that you need to do the things that you need to be a unicorn. I like Wimby. KD, he's just KD. He really is. He is just KD. He is in my. He's going to replace Tim Duncan, number 10, on my all-time list. Even though somebody said that you can replace Bill Russell, I said I'm not replacing Bill Russell. I'm not replacing Bill Russell. I'm sorry. I'm going to replace Tim Duncan, but I'm not replacing Bill Russell. I'm not replacing any of my old heads because the thing I love about what Michael Jordan said, they asked him if you are the greatest of all time, are you the GOAT? And he said, you know, if I didn't play against you, how can I say I'm better than you? And I was like, you know what? How can you say you're better than somebody you didn't play against? How the hell do you know? You didn't play against them? Now, you could think that you were because they were older, it was in the fifth, whatever, times were different, whatever you want to say. But you don't know if you're better than him. You didn't play him. So I do like the fact that he did say that, and him saying that I'm not going to disrespect Bill Russell. I'm not going to disrespect Wilt. I'm not disrespecting Jerry West. I'm not disrespecting, Dr. I'm not disrespecting these guys who I really didn't play against in their prime. You can't. How do you do that? I just disrespect Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, somebody who they changed the rules of basketball for. And I've told people that. So, I do like that. But KD, he's just, all three levels, he's the best ever. Threes, mid-range, down low. Nobody has been able to do what he's done at that height to be able to have that sort of skill set. Nobody. So that's why I put him there where I put him. And then, of course, next would be Steph Curry. After that, I do like Steph, and he's just changed what the game is. You got to give him that respect. Now, do I think that him and LeBron are both falling out? Yes, but he can still beat you up. He can still bust you. So I'm giving Steph all of his flowers right now because, A, he deserves it. LeBron, I'm sticking LeBron in there. Bron is just what he does with his body and what he's able to do now at his age. But, he's got to be thankful because of technology. He's got to be thankful of what he's able to do as far as the rules of the game being changed, not being as physical. So he's a beneficiary as was Tom Brady of today's game, and there's nothing knock against them. They took full advantage. They understood what they needed to do to prolong their numbers, to make their numbers get to where they gaudy to where they are. So I got LeBron in there at 9. I still think he's one of the top 10 players. Do I think he's one of the top 5 now? Top 10, yeah, that's where I'm going to put him. I'm not putting him in front of Steph. Maybe him and Steph, 8 or 9, but not in front of KD, not in front of Wemby, not in front of Luka, not in front of Ant, not in front of Giannis, not in front of SGA, and not in front of Jokic. I'm not doing it. And then Kawhi is my guy at 10. I just love me some Kawhi. I really love me some Kawhi. I think that Kawhi has all the little things that are necessary to do what you need to do if he can stay healthy. He's still, to me, the best two-way player in the game by far to be able to do what you can do defensively and offensively. He's just the best, to me, two-way player that there is in the game today. But he just can't stay healthy. He's like Embiid. They just can't, and Paul George, same thing. They just can't stay healthy. It's unfortunate. I do know what they mean because once you start getting hurt, it just adds on and on and on, and you just keep. You can't change that mountain as it just starts falling. You really can't. It just seems like it's a avalanche that keeps coming and coming and coming, and no matter what you try to do, get the hell out of the way. You can't get the hell out of the way of it. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's just hard to do. So that's the way I look at that. Now, the NFL is starting, and what I want to do is I'm going to sit there and I'm talking about, that Shador is supposed to start for the Browns, as he should. Now, Joe Flacco, I think that Joe Flacco is going to start week 1 because he's got the experience. But Joe Flacco, his days, he's just making money. And as he should. I mean, he's doing what he needs to do, but Joe Flacco's days are are long gone. He doesn't move. He's a statue in the pocket. And when you talk about the teams he's got to play against, he's in trouble. He is. He's in trouble. Against Pittsburgh, where's he going to hide at? So I don't think there's any benefit to him being there, but he is going to be there. But I just think that he's just a statue waiting to get crushed. That's kind of how I look at it. I just don't think he's going to be able to get out of the way of players. I just don't. But, also what the Browns do, of all the nonsense they've been hearing about Shador, they're going to start him. And they look for him to fail. But what if he doesn't? What if he plays well? Then what? Stefanski, you might be able to save your damn job. Kevin Stefanski might be able to save your job. That's what he may be able to do for you. But I know you're counting on him to fail. That's why you're starting like, look, we started to see he can't do this. That's what you're doing. But I'm going to tell you this. When God has a plan for you, it doesn't matter. No man's going to take it away from you. So I believe that all the stuff that y'all have done to him, all the things he's doing, are going to help him get there. Because Dylan Gabriel's not the guy. When he played OU, I'm like, this small guy, he's nice tall. This guy can't do it. Tua barely can. But what does Tua have to throw to? Who he is in the backfield. Now, Stefanski's a good offensive mind, not Mike McDaniel, but he's a good offensive mind. Mike McDaniel, the coach of the Dolphins. But, yeah, little dude's the quarterback. Kyler, he doesn't move like Kyler. He doesn't get out of the way. He's not versatile. He's not been able to elusive. I just don't see it. I really don't. And when you look at his numbers and what he's done, and now he's hurt. So I believe that the Browns are putting it out there, oh, well, he doesn't know the playbook. Well, it's preseason. How much of the playbook do you need? How much of the playbook do you need in preseason? So congratulations to him. I hope Shador just goes overboard, plays ultimately fantastic in his debut. I really, really do. And it shuts all these people up and shows them what he has and what he's capable of. That's what I feel about Shador and what they can do for him. So that being said, I brought that up to say that the NFL season is here. It's coming. We're in preseason right now. And then these are the two teams, to me. Now, I know that everybody has put in the Denver Broncos, and they said it's going to be the Chargers. But to me, the Chargers are still the Chargers. Get over that to me. Prove me wrong on that aspect. And when I look at the Chiefs' schedule, man, they have the Chargers to start it off. Then they have the Eagles. Then they have the Giants, which is a win. They have the Ravens, Jaguars, Lions. And I'm just going, okay, 11.5 wins. I think I had them at the under. I think I gave them under. I think they'll win 11. That's what I said. But, Chargers and Eagles right off the bat. Ravens after that. So 3 of your first 4 games are the Chargers, the Eagles, and the Ravens to start your season off. I mean, it's like they really don't want. My Chiefs had a harder schedule 2 years ago. Still went to Super Bowl. I mean, it's ridiculous what they're doing to them. But they still made it 3 straight Super Bowls. Mahomes has still been to, every year he's been in the league, he's been in the conference finals. But they're still trying to do something to bring the man down. It's just like, to me, the same thing with the same thing's going to happen when you look at Shador. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to prosper. I think he's going to do what he needs to do to prove all these doubters wrong. And for those of us who had supported him, and Dion especially, I think it's going to be fantastic. So I'm looking forward to watching them play. But that being said, then the Chiefs have the Lions. I'm just going, man, it doesn't get any easier. Then the Raiders. Then the Redskins. I'm just going, wow, when do they get a break? Now, you have a lot of these games are at home. So that does help. But damn, I mean, their schedule is just, I'm like, wow. They'll be good to be out of their first, before their break, before their bye. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 games. Is that right? 9 games. They'll be lucky to be 6-3. they'll be lucky to be 6-3. But if they're 7-2 or 8-1 going through that stretch, that thing, they could even be as 5-4 because Chargers at home they should win that, but that's a toss up. Eagles at home, they want them back, so that's a revenge. So I'm gonna give them that one. Giants, I'm gonna give them that one. So that's at least 2 wins, 2 out of 3. Ravens, I think the Ravens want them, but I'm still gonna give it to the Chiefs because they're in at home. So they are now 3-1. Jaguars 4-1. Lions, I don't have confidence in them. 5-1. Raiders 6-1. Redskins. I can't believe people are trying to call me right now. I'm doing my show right now. They are the Commanders. They are not the Redskins. I don't know. Is that right? Is that what I call them? I need to change that. I can't believe I did that. I cannot believe I did that. What the hell, Matt? But, I mean, now I'm acting like the commander in chief, calling them the Redskins. They should change their name back. But, of course, that won't ever happen. But let me see, guys. I am so sorry I did that. That is just terrible that I did that. That is, wow. I can't believe I did that. But I've been calling them that for so long that that's just terrible to me. But when you've been, that's what they were your whole life. Uh, that's just kind of hard for you to change. You know what I mean? That's just sad. And I can't change it on my computer right now. I got to wait till I get home to do it. But I'll change it when I get home. Then, of course, after that, they have, let me see, who do we have after that? After that, they have at the Bills. So, just in this schedule, this top 9 at the Bills, that's a loss to me. So I think they lose to the Eagles or the Chargers, that's 1. They lose to the Bills, that's 2. And then I believe they'll lose. So that's 7-2. 6-3. That's about right what I think they should be because I think that's a tougher schedule. Then what they said, I think 6-3 for the first 9. And then, of course, at the Broncos, I think that's an L. The Colts, that's a win. So that's 7-4. Cowboys 8-4. Texans, that's going to be a tougher game than you think. I'm gonna give them that one. That's 8. Chargers, that's a loss. Titans 9. Broncos at home 10. And then so that's 10. That's 10 games I have them right there. So that's gonna be a lot tougher than what people think it's going to be for them to get W's. And then, of course, the Broncos, when you look at the Broncos schedule, the Broncos, it's going to be really, really tough for the Broncos, I think, simply because this is a lot tougher your second-year quarterback, people are going to have film on him. They're going to know what to expect from him, even though I think that he is a competent quarterback. I think that he's giving everybody he's going to give them fits. But at the same time, it is his second year, and they will have film on him. So we'll see if Bo Nix can graduate and go to another level or not. So we'll see what's going to happen with that. And then, of course, here's their schedule. They are projected at what over and under? What's their over under? The over under is 9.5, and I think I'll put them at over. I think they'll beat the Titans. The Colts, they'll win that. The Chargers, I think that's a loss, so they're 2-1. Bengals, I think they're 2-2. Eagles 2-3. Jets 3-3, 4-3, 5-3, 5-4, 6-4. At home 7-4. Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's L 7-5. Raiders 8-5. Packers 9-5, Jaguars 10-5, Chiefs 10-6, Chargers at home 11. So yeah, I predicted them to go over. I thought they would win 9 or 10 games, possibly even 11. So I'm going to go ahead and give them the grace and say that they will go 9.5. That's so I'll pick the over on them to handle their business on that. I think they will do the over on that pretty easily. So that's kind of my pick of that and kind of how I'm going with that thus far on this thing. And so, but anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, like I said, we are here at, what are you doing? No, I'm just looking at you. I'm like, what are you doing? I was looking over at you like, what are you doing over there? Are you going to come say something or are you going to sit over there? I'm trying to get Jasmine to come over here, but I don't know if she wants to. Are you going to come say something? Oh, here we go. What are you doing? You good? Your mouth good? I don't know.
Hello.
That's our girl Jasmine right here. Jasmine, went and say hi to everybody.
Hello, good morning and afternoon.
Afternoon.
We're here at JG's, Achemy Mink.
Now, we JG's or we Achemy Mink? Which one are we?
I'm JG, it's all
we know
mine.
who you are, but is it Achemy? Is it JG's? What is
It's
it?
Achemy Mink Virgin Hair and Boutique. And so I'm here. I'm working, so this is why I look like I'm working. Haven't did my hair. I did everybody else's hair, even his. So.
Yeah, you did mine, which looks great. By the way,
Thank
so do
you.
you have any specials this week? What you got going on?
Yes, I have anything. I want all kids to come and get a special. So basically, whatever, kids want everything different. So whatever they want, just come and I'll do like maybe $25, $35 off every kid's style. I also have the two braids, silk presses. I have wig installs where you buy the wig, you get a free install. So I have plenty.
Wait a minute. You install the wig? Did people charge to install a wig?
Yes. You see
No, we
wigs?
see you, but the wigs over there, we don't. You wanted to have this in the background. You did not want to have that in the background.
It's okay. It's okay. I have plenty of wigs. You come see them. It's okay. And just let me know whatever kind you want, whatever the kid wants. I do sew-ins. I have bundles, and I just do whatever kind of braid style you want.
Now the braids, I'm telling you, is off the chain. And I'm telling you guys, she is fantastic.
Thank
I
you.
promise you. I've been using her for a while, and our girl Maya, Mark Long's wife,
Yes.
who's on honeymoon or second, whatever it is,
Yeah,
for New Orleans Vows in
yeah.
Mexico, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They've been gone for a minute. But but anyway, come in to see our girl Jasmine. Like she said, she's got the special for your kids because school is starting either the end of this week or next week. School's starting. So get them in, get their hair done, make sure they look cute for school.
Yeah.
Come on and see her. And
And everything I can do?
I came with you right now.
Whatever I can do.
Oh my God.
Yes, come through 405-436-5661. Go ahead and get that number and type it in and tag me not tag me, but text me anytime
Text
you
you.
want for your appointment.
Yes, I agree. She's fantastic.
Thank
So,
you so much.
hey, thank you, Jazz. And for all you guys, come on up here to Achemy Mink. I can tell you, it is worth it. She is fantastic at braids. If you're a dude or your girl, whatever she did, I wish I could say this creative design she did. I might take a picture and just post it because she did great for me. So. That being said, I want to thank Y&B for their sponsorship today because we would not be here at Achemy supporting this women-owned business if it was not for Y&B and their support. That being said, hey.